Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about adding with time. So the first thing I do is I want to keep my little reminder at my top. That's my resource. How many minutes are in an hour? I hope you're saying 60. So let's remember 60 minutes in an hour. So if I want to go from 3:40, doesn't matter if it's AM or PM, to 4 o'clock, how many minutes would that be? So we have how many minutes? I've put my minute hand here on my clock. It's pointing to the 8 because 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's 40 minutes after. Now, to get to 4, I need it to be up at the 12. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. That would be 20 minutes. Now, if I want a mathematical way to do it, if I said 4 o'clock minus 3:40, my 0 minus my 0 is 0, but I can't take 4 from 0, so I'm going to borrow from this 4. It becomes a 3. But coming over, I'm not bringing a 10, I'm bringing a 6 because there are 60 minutes in an hour. So my 6 minus my 40, my 60 minus my 40 would be 20 or 20 minutes. Okay? So I'm going to add 20 minutes to 3:40 to get to the 4 o'clock. So what would change if I said, give me a second here. If I said 3:42 to 4 o'clock, well, my 60 minutes at 4 o'clock minus my 42 minutes, now I can't take the 2 from the 0, so I borrow from the 6, it becomes a 5. My 0 renamed 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 5 minus 4 is 1. That's going to be 18 minutes. So from 3:42 to 4 o'clock is 18 minutes. Okay, let's do a couple other examples. What if I want to add, if I start out at 2:25 and I want to add 13 minutes? Well, I could just do it this way. 5 plus 3 is 8. 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 0 is 2. So my time would be 2:38. Hopefully there would be a unit of AM or PM, but at least you have that. Let me give you one to try. And remember, you can always pause this so you have time to try this out on your own. 5:38, let's say something goes for 9 minutes. What would that be? Well, add my 8 and my 9, and that's 17. Here I am giving the answer away, huh? 1 plus 3 is 4. 5 plus 0. So 5:47 would be the correct time. But let's do one. What if it is 8:51, and I'm just going to say AM, and I'm going to go for a 10-minute walk. I'm going to add this, and it comes out 8:61. Well, there is no such time as 8:61. So if I subtract off the 60 minutes, or 1 hour, that becomes an 01. If I add the hour over here, that becomes 9:01 AM. And if you look at the clock, if I go from 51 and 5, 10 minutes, that's how I'm going to get that. Let me give you another one to try. What if I have 1:40 p.m. and I want to add 30 minutes? I'm going to take a 30-minute break maybe. What would that be? Well, adding quickly and easily through, That would give me 1:70 p.m. Well, I can't do 1:70 p.m. There is no such thing, okay? So, if I take off my 60 minutes, which equals 1 hour, 70 minus 60 is 10, add my hour to 10 p.m. Okay? So a lot of times, things will give you a starting time, and then it'll say, what time did it get done? Say, I went shopping at 6:30, and I shopped for, and I must have gone to the mall to have it gone this long, 3 hours and 20 minutes. Well, using my timeline, let's go an hour past that would be 7:30. An hour past that would be 8:30. An hour past that, 1, 2, 3 hours, would be 9:30. Then I'm just going to do a little 20 minutes. And what would that give me? Well, 9:30 plus 20 would be 9:50. And I'm going to say I'm doing that at p.m. I don't think I want to go shopping at 6:30 a.m. So 9:50 p.m. It gave me the starting time. It gave me the duration or how long I did it. And it wanted to know the ending time. So 1 hour, 2 hours, or I could have just done the 6 plus the 3 and gotten the 9. And then added my 20 minutes, 9:50. Not bad when I'm not carrying anything over, but let's try one in which I am. Okay? So, say I went to a friend's house at 10:30 a.m. and I'm going to stay for 4 hours and 40 minutes. 1 hour would be 11:30 a.m. Another hour would be 12:30, but I've gone past noon, so I'm going to go p.m. My third hour would be 1:30 p.m. My fourth hour would be 2:30 p.m. But now I can break this down if I want to stay at hours and half hours. If I just do a little 30 minutes, that would take me to 3. So 40 minus 30 is 10. And another little 10-minute jump would take me to 3:10 p.m. Or if I know 4 hours gets me to 2:30, I can add my 40 minutes, which means 270. Well, I know there is no such thing as 270, so I'm going to take off my 60 minutes or an hour and get 10, add my hour. It's still 3:10 p.m. Okay? So that again is having a starting time, knowing the duration of something, and going again. But do you see what's staying on my board and not getting erased? This 60 minutes equals an hour. Another thing they might do is say if I have 3 hours and 30 minutes and I add 50 minutes, how much would that be? Well, to do it quickly, I can get 3 hours and 80 minutes. But what did I say? There are 60 minutes in an hour. So if I take off that 60 minutes or 1 hour, that gets me 20 minutes. But I can add an hour over here. So 3 hours and 30 minutes plus 50 minutes is 4 hours and 20 minutes, or just 10 minutes short of an hour. Okay. Now, the next time we get together, we're going to be subtracting these units, and we're going to be finding duration and finding the beginning time. Your homework is just going to be on page 131 of the skills workbook. Again, let me know if you have questions. Bye.